What is up, everybody? Now that we have the official release date for World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King Classic coming out on September 26th, I wanted to make a little video going over my top 5 favorite battle pets that came out in the World of Warcraft Wrath of the Lich King expansion. Remember, this is right before we actually had access to official pet battles, but that doesn't mean that we couldn't actually just collect pets. I think we actually still had to hold them back in our bags back in the day. I started playing near the end of BC, and while I wasn't the most serious raider, one thing that I was pretty serious about was companion pets. I really liked those extra collectibles that you could get back in the day, and that was one of the reasons why I played the game and grinded so hard to get like cool mounts and cool pets. And so hopefully you guys enjoy this little list. I would encourage you guys to leave comments letting me know some of your favorite battle pets, as well as just if you're excited for Wrath Classic, you're not excited, what you plan on doing, let me know in the comments below. I would love to see those comments, and I always reply to every single one. So starting things off here, let's actually get back into the game here, and I think the first pet is gonna be Rue. I think he actually comes with this nickname when you get it, but this is from Children's Week back in Wrath, and this is actually a really cool pet because Rue's a very unique looking pet, I would say. Rue's a very unique looking pet, especially for a humanoid. You'd think Rue would look more like a dragon or something, but it's a pretty cool pet. I haven't really used it in pet battles that much because obviously now that we have so many other cool pets, there are just better humanoids to use like Anubisoth, but it's still a really cool pet. I remember I would always have Rue on whenever I did like heroics, just because like I thought it was like, they're not gonna know this is my pet. They're gonna think this is like another enemy in the dungeon, and I just always thought that was like so cool that I could have something that looked like a monster follow me around because Rue's pretty cool looking. So Rue's gonna be number 5. Number 4 is a pretty cool one. It's gonna be a Hound Pup. A Hound Pup. This is the pet that you get for getting an authenticator. Yep, the authenticator link. And this happened in Wrath of the Lich King, and yeah, I had an authenticator on my account. It's one of the best decisions I ever made. I still have like the authenticator and everything involved with that. And I remember thinking like, wow, they give you something for having an authenticator. And this pet's like super cool. Really cool pet. I've used it in a lot of videos as well. It used to be really good back in the day. It used to have one of the like those hyper beam type moves where you'd go like howl, and it was part of like a howl bomb. After you drop their defenses, put up a howl, and then you just like one shot at pets. This actually used to be a really good pet back in the day. But yeah, I still like this pet a lot, and it definitely deserves to be on the list. I actually wish it was a little bit higher, but number 4 is solid enough. Authenticators are nice. You should still have authenticators. There used to be so much hacking that used to go on back in the day, like keylogging and stuff like that back in like Wrath and BC. You just log in one day and everything would be gone, and it would take sometimes weeks to get all your stuff back, and sometimes you wouldn't even get all of it back. So having an authenticator was pretty nice, and so definitely deserving of being on the list. The next one, we used this pet very recently. It's gonna be Lil KT. This was, I think, this was the first pet store, I think Lil KT was one of the first like pet. So you could buy from the store. Little XT was also really popular. I didn't have one, but like literally, no matter where you were, everyone could just hear this pet all over the freaking like any Stormwind, Orgrimmar, anything. This pet had a really annoying like emote that it would make, and I didn't like that. But yeah, KT is really cool. We used KT recently. Obviously, Kel'thuzad, the final boss of Naxxramas. Really cool pet, and man, that Howling Blast hits super hard. I can't believe how good it actually is in pet battles as well. So very cool undead pet. Definitely solid number 3. And yeah, I always thought this was one of the cooler pets. And some people might call me like a shill for like spending the money to buy like the World of Warcraft in-game store stuff, but like I got this on sale, I think, and I always enjoyed it. It's definitely added more than like $5 could have ever added over this like 10-year span. So really cool pet. And we're into the top 2 now. There's some heavy hitters left. I'm gonna go on a limb and say it's the Proto Drake Whelp. I remember when I got this. This is you get this from a mysterious egg, which I think you have to get like revered with some faction. I think it's the oracles, and they'd be like an egg that can hatch into like a Proto Drake Whelp, like some bird, like a tiny cobra or something else. But yeah, I always thought this was the coolest thing ever because dragons are awesome. Everyone knows that. And yeah, going into dragonflight, this is gonna be a pretty cool pet as well. And I was so happy when I got this, like, because you couldn't really tame dragons as like hunters, and there weren't that many dragon pets back in the day. And so I thought this was just the coolest thing ever. I've used this in a lot of pet battles. This was one of like the first pets that I actually got to 25, I think. When like Cataclysm came out and this pet battle started, I remember grinding this guy up to 25, and I was like, this is the strongest, best pet ever, Ancestral Blessings busted. I should use this pet a little bit more. I really do like Proto Drakes a lot, and solid number 2 pet. I've probably had this thing summoned more frequently than like most of my other pets, but yeah, it's always just going to be a very special pet. Let's give a honorable mention to Warbot. I think this is from like yeah, Mountain Dew promotion. It was like a weird promotion for the Warbot. I never really used this thing. It's still level 5, which is I think the level... No, I leveled it up a little bit. I think you get it level 1. Never used it, but it was always a cool pet to see. But the number 1 best pet, I'm sure you guys all know, the most memorable pet from the Wrath of the Lich King expansion, it's obviously got to be the Perky Pug. Look at this. Look at this good boy. Look at this good boy. 100% good boy. You get the Perky Pug from looking for multitudes, which is an achievement for using the dungeon finder, which I think came out in Wrath, to group with like 100 other players. And I remember when I got this, right? I was like, are you real? Like, I love like flat-nosed dogs. I love pugs. I love Frenchies, all those things. This is the cutest pet in the game. It has like really cool emotes that it does. It like scoots around and like borks and stuff like that. And I love the Perky Pug. It used to be the mascot on this channel. And, you know, my actual favorite pet in the game is the Alteric Brew Pup. And you can see how like a Perky Pug is just like evolves into something like this. This is the most, you know, best looking pet ever. But yeah, the Perky Pug, I really like it. It's actually not that bad of a pet. Like, P.S. it's weird that it's a critter, not a beast. It has this little harness on. It gets Perk Up, which is a really good ability. Bury Treasure is fine. You know, Burrow, Trample, all good attacks. Like, it's actually a competitive pet, I would say. And yeah, I think everyone has a soft space in their heart for the Perky Pug. So hopefully you guys like this list. Hopefully you guys are excited to play Wrath of the Lich King Classic when it comes out on September 26th. And if you guys have any ideas for stuff you guys want to see me work on for battle pets, maybe some guides helping, you know, people a little bit less experienced than myself learn how to do battle pets, or you know, different sort of racial breakdowns and stuff like that, let me know in the comments. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.